It looks like I'm live on 7 different streams right now, all at the same time. This is Lisa Allen MH of timingmagic.com, and I'm coming on to give all of you free timing readings, and I'll be coordinating a lot of comments all in one stream. So if you are on Facebook and haven't done so, I put a link in the comments for you to go ahead and give permission so that I can see your name. The alternative of that is that you can also just type out your name in the comment. So either way would work with me. I'm not really picky about that. I just want to give you guys some timing advice. So I'm with my pendulum today, and while I'm waiting for you guys to type in your questions and or, like other things that you may want to talk about, I wanted to also let you guys know that I have done a little bit more research in talking to some of you with the Patreon service, and because it seems to be confusing with my consultations. I made a video recently on that note, but I got some more feedback that there are people who only really need maybe a reading every now and again, and possibly once a month. So I already talked about possibly doing a one-time reading for $22, that you guys can just, do a timing reading for $22 and not have to worry, not have to wait to catch me live, and not commit to a Patreon, type of thing. But for those of you who might have a question like once a month, and that you have a question once a month, I'm coming up with a really special offer for you guys. So stay tuned to Patreon. And just so that you know what that looks like, I will share my screen just briefly. So if you can see the cursor here waving around, okay, here's all the social media. Here's Patreon here, but also Patreon is down here, the second link. The first link here is how to follow me on YouTube, and then just click the reminders. I have a master list on YouTube also, which is down here at the bottom where it says master replay list. And the reason I decided for YouTube is because it's just easier to search there for archive timing readings, rather than try to find them on Facebook. It's pretty impossible for that. I'm not familiar with the other platforms like Twitter, LinkedIn. I'm not sure how you find them there. And as far as Twitch goes, it's awesome, but it only will stay up for a couple weeks. So I have an archive place in YouTube, and it's for everybody. So just wanted to share that briefly. And meanwhile, I'll go back here and see if there is any. Oh, excellent. We have Kat Lynn in the house on YouTube. Hey, hey. We have Albert Levy. Thank you for coming to the channel. I don't think I've met you before. Hi, how you doing? Coming from Facebook. And Maria Zubak. In fact, I'll highlight all of you guys. How's that? And then I forgot to activate the banner of drop in your timing question. So for Maria, says, hi, I'm wondering, can the future change? Is it all set in stone? A psychic told me that she said all meetings are already decided. Okay, she's half right, okay? There are some things that are absolutely decided beforehand, and what it is that you actually agreed to those decisions, like in another realm, or even before you were born. Okay, there's soul contracts, there's things that you cannot change. In between those things that you can't change, you can change a lot of things. Okay, so timing for me, like as far as my timing, is not set in stone. Part of my job is to retime something if something significant changes. So for instance, I'll give you an example. One of my first live streams that I did, Okay. Oh, okay. You just repeated the question. Never mind. Okay. I'm just double checking. Okay. One of my first live streams that I did had a question about when her special interest guy would contact her. And I came up with, and it wasn't a very strong answer, but it looked like that there was a window around, okay, like it was, okay, I was live streaming on January 3rd, and the answer came up as January 12th, but it wasn't very strong because I told her, oh, the astrology of this isn't so great. It may not happen that day. That's the first opportunity, but it might like actually be later than that. And so what had happened is that January 12th came and went and no contact. So in other words, there was a window opening, but maybe the way that energies came in, he got too busy, like something happened. He didn't contact her. So she got really worried about, hey, it didn't happen. Like, you weren't, kind of like not necessarily insinuating that I didn't do a good job, but I had told her that there was a secondary window, and that was probably around February 3rd when all of the planets came out of retrograde and we have a new moon. And I mean, I haven't heard from her since then. So my guess is that, she might already be in contact with him. I'm not sure. I recently had a timing testimonial here on this channel in one of the replays. I believe it was the last time I streamed, where I learned that I gave him a window for job openings in a couple of weeks, which was February 3rd that I told him. And he said that indeed actually happened. And so his next time in question, well, hopefully he has a job now. So it can change. And so some of my work is actually rependuluming to see if everything is still on track. So that does happen. Hi, Jaylyn, how are you? Okay. Maria says, if someone will say that a breakup can happen, can it then happen, or can you save the relationship? Okay. I, meaning me, cannot save any relationship, because that is between the person asking and the person involved. So what I can do is tell you what energies are present. I could maybe give you a opinion about what I think about it. Okay. Now, I usually don't do this in a timing reading, though. I will tell you that this is like more of a consultation with me, which is at this time, it's minimum $50. So sometimes it does. I will tell you though, that in, 30 years of doing readings and 20 of those professional, very few of them are savable under the terms of, I mean, sometimes they play out a little longer if people are trying to solve an issue. But most of the time, the issues are not solvable and they end up having to part, or they may stay together and just realize that issue can never be solved, and they either have to, put up with it, or, or that they have to move on at some point. Yes, they can. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so she says, can the two partners work on it? Yes, yes. But I will tell you, a large percentage of them never reach a good conclusion. Just saying. Okay. Hi, John. He says, hi, Lisa. Have you ever done a timing reading around medical issues like a surgery? Yes, I have. Because what I can do is, I usually do all my timing with a pendulum, but for medical things, there are rules astrologically that you do not want, like, for instance, okay, you do not want to have a surgery when the moon is in the sign of whatever you are getting surgery on. And also when the moon is like more on the really full side rather than on the new side, because sometimes the moon being full can be a lot of bleeding or something like that could happen. So just saying that that's a couple of the, laws of astrology. That being said, I could probably time it, and the pendulum, the spirit would know like what the timing is for the person that needs that surgery to get that surgery, because there may be other factors other than astrology that are happening, if that makes sense. I hope that that makes sense. John, I'm so glad to see you. And oh, Maria says, thank you for such an informative answer. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So we have, no, I'll just let that ring. Okay. When can I get an update on when R will contact me? Days, weeks, months, years. Okay, days. I don't remember what I told you first, Love Tea. I don't remember because I can't remember everybody's timing. Days, weeks, months, years. Okay, days. Okay, how many days? Okay, it says 3 days. Okay, was the 3 days for the contact, or the 3 days is when I rependulum in order to give her a proper date? The 3 days is for the contact. Love Tea, does 3 days from right now make sense to you with what you received before from me? I don't remember. Okay, after the 3rd. Well, it's well after the 3rd. You hadn't heard from him after the 3rd. And the 3rd is when all the planets went direct. And we have all of them direct for a time. And I need to scroll back just to make sure that I didn't miss any. Okay. Oh, it does. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, Jay Lynn says, what happens in a consultation reading? Okay. So depending on the type of consultation, if you can get either astrology or not. I tend to like astrology for the really big picture, and there's a lot of things that can be discovered in your astrology chart. And so those readings are usually longer. They usually are the 90-minute readings, or, you know, that kind of thing. And on that note, I have offered a $175 90-minute reading, which is usually $225 ever since COVID started. So that is in my consultations. You'll see that on my page. You'll see that you could even schedule the appointment, everything. It's really super easy through Square. If you guys don't want to use Square, you can use Venmo, you can use PayPal, you can use Cash App, you can use Zelle. Okay, there's a few different ways to pay me, but we can just arrange like what you need, and then I can give you a price, you pay ahead, and then I calendar it manually, and you can just do that by contacting me. So that is one of the things. And so astrology is like the big picture. Okay, if you just want me to read on an issue, okay, I can do cards, or I can, you know, like look at a different mechanism of something. And then I dowse with the pendulum for really fine details. And what I mean by the fine details is sometimes, and I'll do a video on this later for tutorial reasons, but for yes or no questions, you know how you can draw a card and then see like, oh, that's a definitely great card, and then draw like for a different outcome, and then it's a terrible card, right? Like it'll be like, oh, this is obvious, I want to do this, right? But sometimes it's not so obvious. Like maybe they're both good cards, or they're both like cards, you know, and you don't know which one to do, and you don't know how to make it better. I can maybe help with penduluming on those issues to see what the better one for your highest good is, or if there's a different choice. So what I would do is choice number 1, choice number 2, choice number 3, or something that hasn't been considered yet. Okay. And so I let the pendulum choose out of that range. And then if it's something that hasn't come up yet, we can maybe even look at a theme around what that looks like. And that way you're open to discovering like other solutions. And so I do those kinds of things also with my pendulum. And because I'm an herbalist and an energy healer, a lot of times I use my pendulum for, you know, is the attachments removed? Yes. You know, are the cords cut? Yes. is the person's aura back to balance yet? Yes, you know, things like that. I also will use the pendulum. My camera. Okay, oh, let me change my camera settings. Okay. Okay, this. Okay, seems like my camera is a little bit hair trigger. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. I wanted to grab the Pendulum book that I sometimes use for other parts of readings with the dowsing. So I often use this book, and yes, it's out of print and therefore very trashed. Okay, I use it all the time. And dowsing is just something that came pretty naturally to me. You can watch videos about dowsing. I recently found a channel on YouTube called Tim Walter, and I'm really enjoying his videos right now. And you know, there's a few other really good ones, but I'm really digging this guy's style right now. So, okay, Love T says that it makes sense, and I remember this. Thank you for an informative answer. Okay. Then 2 weeks ago, you had said 2 weeks. Okay. Oh, so maybe, oh, and then I gave you an answer of 3 days time. Okay. So again, we're talking about windows. And so what I can do, because apparently the window on this is a little flexible. Let me, here it is. I just dropped it. Let me find when the window on the other side is closed. So it opens in 3 days. Is that proper? Yes. Okay. So in 3 days time, it's open. Let's see when it closes. Okay. Okay. Weeks. Okay. How many weeks? 1 week. Okay. So it says here that you will hear in 3 days to a week, Love T. I hope that, I'm wondering about the accurate, like, yeah, so. Oh, hey, Manhattan Mermaid. I highly recommend Lisa's readings. Yes, we did a very in-depth, intense, like session recently. And yeah, we ended up, so some people I end up like being able to like really help with a lot of, like health stuff because of my herbal knowledge. I'm an herbalist as well as an astrologer and a timing person and energy healing. So John says it's an Aquarius issue, but also a Scorpio issue. Oh, I see. I might want surgery. I might want the surgery at all, or might not want the surgery at all. Okay. Oh, it scares him. Okay. Here's what I'll do today, John, because I'm cool, right? Is it in John's highest good, okay, for his issue of surgery? Should he get a surgery on this particular matter? Okay. It's saying at this time, no. Okay. See how it's going back and forth? So either A, it's just not a good surgery. That might really be all that it is, but it also might be not the right time, not the right doctor, not the right everything. So that doesn't necessarily mean that it's no forever. It means no the way that it stands right now with the doctors that you're considering, etc. It's saying no. Okay, so I hope that helps you. John says Cash App is cool. I just did my taxes. Oh, interesting. I do my own. Okay, Kat Lynn says, may I ask when there will be a movement on my pending business partnership? Yes, that is a good question. So Kat needs to know, when will movement happen, meaning, okay, let's do this. Beneficial, forward, significant movement. How's that? Right? On pending business partnerships. Okay. Days, weeks, months, years. Okay, it says weeks. How many weeks? Okay, it says 3 weeks time. And that's pretty firm. So is it going to be a larger window? No, it says 3 weeks. So calendar 3 weeks from now, which is, let me look here. Okay, today being February 9th, so 16th, 23rd, so that'll be around the March 2nd time window. So look for the beginning of March for that, okay, Kat? And I hope that helps. Thank you. Absolutely. And I'll keep scanning down because I want to do the messages in order so that I can keep track here. Okay. All right. Absolutely. Absolutely, Jalen. Oh, you're doing a yes or no question? You know what? Today I'll do that because maybe the yes or no question will help you then with the timing, and maybe that's what's needed. So maybe that could be, and again, that was part of like some of the questions that I have about my service on Patreon that is about getting the lower cost reading services just for timing for people who are already psychic or do their own readings, you know, and a whole bunch of you here. I know that you guys do that. You do your own readings. You already go like, oh yeah, there's the cards. They say that to me again. I know what's going on, you know, but when, you know, so that's what I help with. And I'm trying to build a clientele just for that right now. Now, I still do consultations, and I've been pretty booked up for January and February because, you know, the new year, the year of the tiger came. It's very changeable this year. There's a lot of people like freaking out right now. So I have a lot of consultations right now. I have openings still for consultations, but what I'm trying to do right now is really share. The reason I'm doing timing videos is so that you guys can actually experience how it feels to receive a timing reading when you already know everything else, but you just need to know the timing. And here it is that you get the timing and everything works, right? So that's what I'm hoping to bring to you. Excuse me. Okay. There's probably spiritual interference here. It's okay. Usually that's a good thing. Okay. Can you tell me when I will sign my offer letter at the EPA? I'll see. When will Jaylyn sign her offer letter at the EPA? Days, weeks, months, years. Days? Okay, how many days? Okay, I'm getting about 3, maybe 4 days. Okay, for that particular thing. So count 3 to 4 days from now. And you guys, if you want, you can like somehow save this video. And if you can't save it here, you can definitely save the YouTube one in your, you know, Lisa's timing readings or whatever you guys, your watch later, something like that. So you can refer back. And I do have the master list on my link tree, which I showed you guys earlier. So Linktree, you know, timing magic, if you need to know what that is. Okay, Anne says, will me and my guy recover from the situation that we are having at the moment and move forward together in the relationship? That is well worded. Let's see if this can be solved and recovered. Okay, I like it. Will the recovery happen in Anne's relationship? Will the recovery happen? Okay, okay, can we do a percentage of recovery? Yes, okay, a percentage of recovery of the situation. Oh, okay, I get about 90%. There's about 10% that is still kind of wonky-do. Let me see when you achieve a 90% recovery. Okay, days. How many days? Wow, something's really going on in 3 or 4 days, I'll tell you. So, okay, Anne, in 3 or 4 days, 90% recovery, but really do pay attention to the 10%, okay, that you guys are still having at odds, because sometimes what I've noticed in my readings is that 10% can be like deal breakers. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just be very clear about what it is that you're willing to compromise on and what you're willing to not compromise on. And actually, I don't even really like that word, because what compromise can mean is compromising yourself, and instead of compromising the issue, or you know what I'm saying? And what I don't want happening is that you compromise yourself. That's not good. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I hope that that helps, Anne. Okay. And Manhattan Mermaid says, I'm going to ask the question that I had asked on our very YouTube reading, because the energies have shifted. When will I meet my beloved sacred life partner? Okay, let's see here. Days, weeks, months. Okay, it's saying days. Okay, that's very interesting. How many days? Okay, 3 days. Okay, so 9, 10. Okay, so like maybe by the weekend. Okay, that's the primary opening. Yes. Is there other openings? Yes. Okay, so there's another. How many more openings? One more opening. Okay, so let's get that opening. Days, weeks, months, weeks. Okay, how many weeks? How many weeks? 1 week, maybe 1.5 weeks. Okay, so your opening is somewhere between 3 days and 1.5 weeks at this point from this measurement. Okay, again, save the video, right? Okay, hang on a second. My screen went crazy. Okay, brilliant. Okay, and Kat says yes. Oh, wow. Oh, okay, this was from my answer earlier for you. Okay, I get it. Excellent. Oh, wonderful. Okay, excellent, excellent. Okay. It's a really good niche. I thought so too, because, well, I'll tell you why that it's not only a good niche, but why people can't do timing. And the reason is that when they get their psychic information, they get it from a place that has no time. So I just happen to, like, it's very natural for me. I just bring it through the pendulum and I can sense, like, it's like weather reporting. Okay, you kind of feel the energies move in this certain way, and astrology helped me with that. And then you kind of just see like where things like meet up, and then you just pendulum it. And that's how it happens for me. I swear. That's really how it works. Okay, Maria says, can me and F, my partner, make our relationship work? Okay. Okay, this says yes. Okay, when will it work? Days, weeks, months, years. Okay, weeks. How many weeks? Okay, you need to, okay, I get 3 weeks, and I get that there's something that hasn't surfaced yet that's actually the core of the issue. In other words, maybe neither of you are actually clear about what the core issue is, and sometime during that time, you're going to know what the core issue is, and then you can work on the core issue, because if you don't know what the core issue is, that won't, it'll be like putting spackle on, you know, something that has a cracked foundation. It'll just keep cracking. Okay, so you want to get to the source of the thing, and I get that you're going to know that in about 3 weeks, and then it'll, like, you can work it out. Something, I get something is going to happen. Okay, just that's what I'm getting. Okay, and I know that that's not all the pendulum. That's like my, you know, that's like my knowing coming in. So that happens sometimes. Sarah Miller, hi, how are you doing? It says, I'm currently an unemployed nurse practitioner. Would be so greatly appreciated if you can tell me if I will be able to return to work and when I keep getting mixed messages. Okay. There might be a reason about getting mixed messages. Sarah, first tell me if the reason that you are unemployed is due to the vaccine mandates and you're deciding not to get that, because what's happening is that is a whole different thing, like because of the political stuff that is like up and down and influencing everything. That could be giving me all kinds of weird readings. So first I want you to answer me that, and then I will come back to your question. So I'm going to star this and I'm going to come back to it when I see your reply. Okay. So, okay. Anastasia, hey, how are you doing? I remember you. Hello, I would like to know more. How would my modeling career as a plus model go if I were to pursue it? Would I get a lot of work as a model? Okay, I will ask. Will Anastasia get a lot of work as a plus size model? Okay, it says yes. And what's the yes percentage of, okay, it's giving me a 65% chance of yes, which, by the way, that's pursuing it, but you might have to work a little harder to make it, you know, like all the way. And part of it is your own energy work. Part of it is your receiving those offers. And it's really, really difficult sometimes as a model because, you know, in a way, like your face and all of that stuff is like a product, right? And so like if people go, oh, I don't want the product, and sometimes you can take it personally, right? So a lot of times it's really about keeping your energy really, really high, really, really in demand about, I'm in demand, okay? Like, and just kind of affirming that like you have exactly what they're looking for and nobody else can deliver that. There's something that you can keep like meditating on, keep putting out there, along with doing all your professional networking and the photos and, you know, all the other things that you have to do. But your attitude toward yourself and really clearing out, you know, any negative messages could be really important for you. And I wish you the best. I can tell from your picture that you're gorgeous. Okay. So I hope that helps. Kat says, I made a note on my phone. Excellent idea. Yes, actually, you guys can just put a note in your phone or, you know, on your computer. Or, you know what? I have one of these little scratch pad thingies that are, you know, like one of these pens that, okay, I'll just show what it looks like. Okay, and then you can push, you know, the button there. So you can do just whatever it takes to mark it down. That's great. And Nikki, hey, how's it going? Glad to see you. Okay, John says there are some metaphysical stores at the mall in my area. I could offer readings at one after I finish my angel card certification. Do you see that happening come springtime? Okay, days, weeks, months, years, and okay, springtime. Okay, maybe I'm not asking the question right. Hang on, John. Okay. Is it in John's highest good to pursue doing readings at the mall in his area? Oh, that says yes. Okay. When should he do that? Days, weeks, months, years. When should he do that? Okay, days. How many days? Okay, I'm getting two or 3 days. And John, you don't have to have your certification in order to do the card readings. Just say you're getting it. Okay, just don't worry about that. Okay, just say you're getting it. You have lots of experience. Don't worry about that. Okay, and I know this because I know you. Okay, so, okay. Anne says, I don't think the recovery will be a few days. There is a third party involved. He cheated and she has a baby. Okay, meaning his baby. Is that correct? And that happened during the time of your commitment with him. Is that what you mean, Anne? And that could be a deal breaker. Okay, and I can understand that. May I know when R takes action toward me? Okay, did I answer your question already? I'll try anyway. When will R take action toward Nikki? Days, weeks, months, years. Days. Okay, how many days? This is so weird. 4 days. Everybody is having 4 days. 4 days. That's so weird. Okay, Nikki, I got you covered there. 4 days. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Manhattan Mermaid, for the feedback. Hey, Lisa, I just wanted to update you on last Monday. There were some postings due and some which were posted that day. So fingers crossed. Excellent. Let's see when you get your job. Okay, so Mo is the one that left me my testimonial when the job started flowing in on February 3rd. And I had told him that when he came on the video stream back in January. So that was really awesome that he gave me that. And so now we're going to see when Mo gets a job. Okay, when will Mo get a well-matched job? Because we want you to be happy in your job, you know, with the right money, the right position where you're happy and your environment's great. Days, weeks, months, years. We have, okay, weeks. How many weeks? Okay, 1 week and maybe even like a little shorter than that. Like it might be 5 to 7 days, something like that. Okay, is what I'm getting. It says yes. You're going to get something very soon. Okay. Thanks for coming on. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes, no worries. Oh, awesome. Yeah, tell us how that goes. And yes, it is. Oh, meaning, okay, I'll go back and look at that question. Okay, Maria says, I lost my smell and taste because of COVID in December. Will I recover from the smell and taste? Okay, it says yes, but okay, so Maria, some of the COVID stuff, like it depends on what it is that is making that happen. You may want to work with a alternative healthcare practitioner, either a naturopath, a homeopath, something that helps you redo your energy, because most medical doctors do not know what to do with this, and you may have better luck with an alternative practitioner, and even acupuncture or something energetic medicine too. Okay, so check that out. And I have heard of people doing that with working with practitioners. Some of them have had to do a metals detox in their diet. Other ones just need the energy healing, you know, the acupuncture. It realigns their meridians for healing, things like that. Okay, excellent. Okay, left my job for another position, found out the partners were not billing correctly, but now I'm able because of mandates. Hang on. Left my job for another, found out the partners were not billing correctly, but am now Okay, so you are eligible and the mandates are not affecting you for a nurse position. Okay, is that what you mean by that? And if so, I'll go ahead and totally pendulum it. Otherwise, I may have to tune into some other energies about the laws and all of that. So just double checking with what you mean. Okay. And again, I'm going to star that one and come back. I got my senses back in about a month and it was terrible. Oh, interesting. Okay. So if that might be a good gauge of like, because I've actually heard a lot of people say it was about a month too. I've had other people tell me it was a couple months. So it depends on when you had this last strain of COVID, you know, about like how this is operating. So unhireable. Oh, okay. I'm going to star all your comments and go back to them. And I will do the answer. Okay. I'm not forgetting you. I'm just trying to clear up like some other things right now. Would you be interested in coming on a psychic group to discuss your services? Absolutely, Jaylyn. Absolutely. Send me a message on Facebook because we're connected there. Okay. Excellent. And Anne says yes. Okay. Will this girl back off and move away from his life? Okay. That I don't know. And also we want to make sure because, you know, since there's a child involved, does your husband or partner, does he want, you know, some kind of involvement with the baby? So I realize there may be a financial piece that's happening there, but does he wish for, you know, visitation and things like that? I'm asking because that's going to play a role. Okay, so it's about your husband and what is it that he is seeking with this child. Okay, I have to look at that, and then we can like work on the relationship with the mother, because the child is kind of core there, if you know, if you understand. Okay, oh, Def, you're right about February 3rd onwards. It's a really a flow of work, as you said. Oh, good. Hey, listen, I'm so hopeful for you to get the right job. Okay, and I'm going to star that comment. Okay, just so that I can come back to this. Thanks, Lisa. Oh, you are so welcome. Thank you for coming on. Hi, Sasha. Hi, may I ask when you're moving to LA too? Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's see when Sasha moves to LA. Days, weeks, months, years. Months. How many months? Okay, I'm getting in about 3 months, so calendar that, Sasha, okay? And look me up. I don't know. Okay. Could you see? Oh, okay, I'll see that. I'll see when Maria's senses come back and if it's organic. Okay. Will Maria's senses organically return to her? Okay. Will Maria's senses mostly come back to her? That says yes. Okay. So they come back to you at about, it's about 85 to 90%. And again, I'm getting that you need, for the rest of the percentage, you need to somehow, you got to find the right, I don't know who it is, but you need to find the right practitioner to work with. That's what I'm just getting. Okay. So that being said, let's see when 85 to 90% of it will be handled. Okay. Days, weeks, months, years, weeks. How many weeks from now? From now. Okay, give it about 3 more weeks, but that doesn't mean that you can't find a practitioner. Okay, find that you can do that during the 3 weeks, but it will significantly improve in 3 weeks. You just need it the rest of the way to improve by working with this practitioner that you're supposed to be working with. I hope that that makes sense. Thanks, Maria. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so yes, we're going to mark this question. That is a whole different kind of penduluming, because I have to pendulum the government and all of the shifts and all of the stuff. That's a harder place for me to go. So I'll do that, but let me figure this out, okay? Interesting. Okay, so it sounds like your friend, meaning Mo, says has a friend that lost taste, / smell for 1.5 years. I'm getting that again, there might be something nutritional, something energetic, something, like acupuncture, supplements, detoxing metals, something going on with that. And that should be looked at by your friend, is what I'm getting. Okay. And Kat Lynn says, thank you so much. I subbed and followed you on Instagram. I hope to see you soon. And I will tell you, the reason I can't do it on Instagram is because the house that I live in here, which is a great house, it's awesome. I'm having a great time here, but everything has to be hardwired. Okay, so I cannot do Wi-Fi on my phone and film on my phone and do all of that. So that is why I am not doing this on Instagram or on TikTok or any of the mobile platforms, because it's just not working right now. So, and it looks like the stream is getting a little bit weird. So I hope that that evens out. Okay. Oh, I have already highlighted that one. Sorry about that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. And Nikki says, thank you. Anne says, yes, I wouldn't stop that with the baby. Oh, okay. Let me mark that. Okay. into the alternative world. Excellent. Excellent, Maria. Wonderful. Okay, Sasha says, oh my God. Right? So, yeah. Thank you for answering the question. Let's talk soon. Okay, let's check in. Okay, you're adorable. You are adorable, Manhattan Mermaid. Semester starts in April. Okay. Okay. So we might need to move that up a little bit. Okay, like April 24th. Okay, so hang on a second. April, okay, February, March, April. Oh, so I said 3 months, right? So it would be, okay, so this looks like it's after the, is it after the semester starts? What did I say to you? I don't remember. I apologize because I'm pendling a lot of people here. Maria says, thank you so much. Maybe I could find a healer. Exactly. Just ask, put it out there to the universe and say, let me find the right healer for me. Okay? Because I get that there's okay. I guess that I'm back. Not sure what platform is messing up here. I'm on 7 different platforms at once today. I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Twitch, I'm on Twitter, I'm on 3 different Facebook places, YouTube, everything. So I'm trying this out today. It's been interesting. Yes, a Reiki practitioner. You know what, Maria, whatever works for you and whatever feels right to you. So go with your gut with that, okay? YouTube, Trencitas, I don't think I've met you. So hi, what's going to be R's impression of me the next time he sees me? Will he notice my glow up? Oh, that's cool. That's excellent. So did you do that during Venus retrograde? So okay, is it yes or no? Okay, sideways. Okay, is it a percentage of a yes or no? Okay, is it, okay, how much percentage? Oh, okay, it says only like 60, maybe like 55, 60% of, so I'm hoping, because I'm thinking that you wanted to make a bigger impact. Now, it might not be that he doesn't notice. What it might be is that it, like, he may have other things that are just more important to him, like for whatever reason. So just saying, he might notice, but I think that there might be something else that he is actually looking at or looking for or something like that. So it's not to be like taking offense, like that he didn't notice or something like that. There's something else that it's more important. Okay, so I'm just saying that that's what I'm getting. Okay, I hope that that helps you. And I know that that's not a timing question. You just said 3 months. Yeah, that's what I thought. So 3 months is like after your semester starts. So let's see if we can actually ask the universe to help you bring an opening before the date rather than after the date. Okay, so let's see. Can we help Sasha get to Los Angeles before April 24th? Okay, it says yes. Okay, so can she just intend it then? Yes, okay. And when can she arrive once it's intended? Is it March or April? April, okay. Can you give me, I'm going to use my calendar, hang on. Can you give me a date in April? April, what week? Okay, is it this week? Is it this week? Okay, which day? Okay, it's saying you can maybe come on the weekend of about April 16th to 17th. Okay, and what you have to do is ask for it. So this, you guys, is, okay, Sasha's thing is an example of when timing changes because you asked for it. Because what timing came in for her before she asked for it was 3 months for her to move. but she needed a little bit earlier than that because of when her semester starts. So I just asked the universe, hey, can you guys kick her down and have her move here earlier? So it's saying, yes, she has permission to ask that. So do you see how not everything is fated? Okay, that wasn't fated. There wasn't a soul contract with that. That was something that just needed, spirit just needed permission to bring her the opportunities earlier. Do you see where I'm going with that? So that's how that works, you guys, so that you know how that, that timing thing can work. Okay, I've already answered that. Okay, and I answered this, and I answered this. Yeah, and then that's when I went out. Yeah, okay, and I'm back. Oh, sure, absolutely. I think that your glow up always helps, though, because if you feel good, that's going to help. Okay, so just saying, but I get that there's something else more important or what have it. Okay, and I'm going to star this comment because I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at all of what you said so that I'm not mixing it up with other people. Okay, you're right. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So mark the weekend of, I think it's the 16th, 17th through there. And then just tell the universe, bring me the opportunity and have me move then. Okay, that's what you want to do. Will F ever tell me that he has been chatting with other girls on the internet? My feeling is no. I'm just feeling no. I don't know who he is. I apologize. I'm just getting no. Sounds like a trust issue. You may want to end that. You may want to end that. Because if you can't trust the person, like, why are you even bothering, right? So I'm sorry to say, but I'm just not feeling it. And I don't feel like he wants to change it either. So now I'm going to go back. Let me see if I've already answered everybody. Okay, I'm at the end of the chats. So I'm going to go back to the starred ones, and I'm going to go to Sarah and Anne. Sarah is the one who, because I have to look at the work thing with all of the mandate crap and all of the other things, that's a harder job for me to do. And then Anne needs to know if a different person is moving away. And again, because we're dealing with more than one person, it's heavy duty to ask these kinds of things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the pendulum which one. Oh, hang on. Okay. Hi, Facebook user. I don't know who you are, but if you didn't give permission, that's fine. You can just type your name in another comment and howdy. And yes, I am. Yes, I am on YouTube also. And what's going to happen between Jay and me, I don't know. That's not in a timing way. So come back and reword that in a when will such and such happen, like how I dropped in the comments, and I'll help you. Okay. Yes, I'm on YouTube right now. If you go to the live link that is on the top part of my link tree, let me show you where I'm going. Okay. This banner right here at the top where it says free readings on YouTube, that will take you to the video directly. Okay. So I'll remove that. Okay. So now I'm going to go to the starred comments and I'm going to ask, is it easier for me to answer Sarah first or easier for me to answer Anne first on her issue? Sarah first. Okay. Sarah is the one that has the nursing issue. So that tells me that the government is going to be easier to navigate than this other lady. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So let's find out what's going on. So I'm going to be asking for the help for Sarah for hiring. Now, Sarah, curious to see if you could also be a freelance nurse and like go like, you know, like on, maybe there's like an app now that has nurses that are like non-vaxxed that can go and do house calls or things like that, because I know some people that are doing that are massage therapists, and they're not vaccinated. And then they have clients that are not vaccinated or that they don't care, you know. So there is just definitely something to be considering that. I thought I would tell you that before I pendulum. That being said, let me see if you can find your job, a job, meaning a nursing job rather than a business, because what I just talked about was a business. Can Sarah find a nursing job that is a good match for her and her abilities and her happiness, and the money's right and everything soon? Okay, like meaning days, weeks, months, years. Weeks, it says. How many weeks? Okay, yeah, and I have a feeling that this has to do with the mandates and all of that kind of stuff, but it's saying about 7 weeks, and it keeps swinging 8 weeks, 9 weeks. So again, it's because of all of this pushback and the pushing and the pushback and the pushing. It's hard to measure time with that. So I recommend, if you can do it, having some side work right now. Okay. I know that because of the vaccine thing that you cannot apply for unemployment. So I understand that. And I think that you can do the nursing work for other people that have, where you can go and do nursing for them and not have to worry about it. And you're freelance. And then, you know, if you want to wear the mask or not mask or whatever it is that, you know, like between your clients and what they're looking for, you might be able to do it that way. Okay. In the meanwhile, it just keeps pushing later and later, because it started off at 5 weeks, then it went to 6 weeks, then it went to 7 weeks, and then it went to 8 weeks. And it's such a nightmare to do penduluming when it comes to the government and all of the stuff, because there's too many factors going on for me to like really nail that in. That being said, I do think astrologically that it is starting to break up, but there's still a lot of resistance. Okay, so as Jupiter gets further and further into Pisces, and when it goes into sidereal Pisces, which will be like in April, it will be a better time. Okay, so I just thought I would tell you that, and I'm so sorry that I can't help you any more than that. So I'm going to and don't take the vaccine if it does not feel right for you. Okay. So I'm going to unstar all of Sarah's comments. And now I'm going to do Anne. Okay, so when will this girl back off? So I'm not sure. I wouldn't stop that with the baby. Okay, meaning that your partner, wants to have a relationship with the baby. Is that correct? Can you tell me? Yes, husband wants relationship, or no, he doesn't want relationship? Because I mean, he has the financial obligation, but we don't know if he has anything else. Okay, I need to know that so that I can pendulum properly. Okay, and I'm gonna switch back over to the live questions and see what has dropped into the live. Oh, Hearts Love Joe says, hi, how are you doing? I actually used you as an example earlier. Okay, oh, so he hasn't reached out yet? When will I see H again? Okay, hang on. Well, I would like to know when the best time to sign an upcoming contract agreement. Okay, I will star this one. I'll come back to that. Okay, I need to, oh, here we are. Oh. Okay, oh, Gigi says, how do we get to your link tree? Let me type it in. Okay, so some of these places will link it, okay, and then other ones won't, and you'll have to like copy and paste or hand type it into a different browser window, but that's the way to get to the link tree. Thanks for popping by, Gigi. Glad to see you. Okay, so okay, and what I'm doing is I'm going back in order, okay, because I need to look at the comments in the order, and I'm also helping Anne with her issue. Okay, I helped Sarah, now I got to help Anne, but I needed another piece of information in order to do the timing right. So I'm getting to you. I just have to go in order now. Okay, when will I go out with Jay? Days, weeks, months, years, months. Oh, it's very clear months. It just went months. Okay, how many months? 4 months. 4 months. Does that sound right to you, baby cutie? I hope that that works for you. Okay, and I took care of that already. I've entertained the idea. Oh, great. Okay, excellent. I think that you should check that out. Okay, thank you. I'll keep you posted. Okay. And okay, Hearts Love no Joe wants to see if Jackson reaches out. Okay. Okay, when will Jackson reach out? Days, weeks, months, years, weeks. How many weeks? Okay, 2 weeks from now. And does he want to take her on a date? Okay, is there a percentage of chance that he wants to take her on a date? Okay, so Hearts Love Joe, I'm getting about 3 weeks, and there's about a 55% chance of him wanting to do a date, and I don't know the circumstances with that. So you'll have to like find out what the reasons are, or that you might know what they are, like from your own card readings or what have you. When will Atlanta, hey Atlanta, I think that you're new here. When will Atlanta see H again? Days, weeks, months, years. Weeks, how many weeks will Atlanta see H again? It says 4 weeks. Does that make sense to you? Okay. Crescent Moon, I would like to know when the best time to oh, that's right. I had to come back to this. Okay. Crescent Moon, when is the best time to sign the upcoming contract? Days, weeks, months, years. Days. Okay, how many days? How many days? 1 day, 2 days, something like that. Yeah, it's actually a really good time. Mercury is direct. The planets are all direct until April. So, but do it in a couple of days if everything comes together for you. Okay. So that will work out. Let's see here. Not yet. Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. So I did your question, so I'll just do that. And then this is the linktree.timing/timing magic. That's how you get to my link tree. And it'll go to my YouTube, and it looks like I typed it in all of the places. Okay. I hope to hear from him soon. I feel he is heartbroken over me still. Oh, interesting. Okay. I didn't know about that. Okay. When will I go out with Jay? Okay. Did I answer that already, baby cutie? I think I did. Perfect. Thank you. Excellent. I thought this month oh, okay. I did answer it. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry about that. And I'm not really sure, like, so what's going on that like, it's not like really available? What's going on with that? Do you know what it is? Atlanta, thanks. Okay. So, all right. I guess that makes sense. I would also like to know the best timing to talk about my ideal money compensation. We have a meeting at 2:15 tomorrow. Okay. So maybe that's when you sign your contract, and because I'm getting that it's a good time for both of these Crescent Moon. I don't know why. It just feels like right now, like before the full moon. So I feel like it's good even right now. Even with the timing of what I got for you to sign the contract. So it feels like okay to me, and it feels related. If whether it is or not, it just feels related energetically. Okay, so does that make sense to you? And thank you. And thank you, honey. I hope that you can hang in there. I know that being an Aries, it's really, really hard, right? Okay, let's go back to the starred thing. So I believe that I'm looking for Anne, and whether the husband, you don't have the contract yet. Okay. All right. Okay, just, I get that it's, you can sign it soon, but like whenever you receive it, it seems like it's okay, but unless you don't have enough time to review it or like whatever it is. So if whatever, okay, so once you review it and you're fine with it and your attorney reviews it and everything, you can sign it, is where I'm going with that. Okay. Oh, once you talk tomorrow. Okay. If you need 24 hours to sleep on it or to talk to your attorney, then do that. But whenever you guys come to the agreement, go ahead and sign it, it says. Okay. And that will be most likely on Friday. Hi, Lisa. Sure, you can. I'm still kind of trying to find one of the other people about the husband and all of that, and she may have had to hop off for a moment. If she comes back, I will do her question because she's actually waited the longest. But yes, you can ask a question. Okay. Do you think he will express his feelings? Oh, in the 2 or 3 weeks when, okay, will he express the feelings? Yes, no. It's not clear, Hearts Love Joe. I'm sorry. I'm not getting a yes. I'm not getting a no. It's in between somewhere. I'm getting like 50-50. It's not measurable right now. Okay, Crescent Moon says, I'm asking for an amount of money that I want to be approved. Okay. Okay, so it's not as complicated as like needing to make sure that your contract doesn't have any loopholes or anything like that, right? Yeah. I'm so sorry, honey. Okay, so I don't have Lisa's question yet. Okay, the timing on the contract or the timing on the money? I guess maybe I'm confused. I'm sorry. And it's because, and let me just tell you, if you were my only client right now, I would know this issue. But because I'm penduluming for a lot of different people, it bounces around. So I apologize for not knowing. But let me just say this. Okay. Okay. I get that as soon as you get a contract and you get the agreement on the amount of money for the contract and you're satisfied with the contract, and if you need it reviewed, you get it reviewed by your attorney or whatever. Okay. Yeah. You can go ahead and sign it. Like once that happens, like it could be as early as 2 or 3 days is what I get. Okay. So I hope that helps you. Hi, Sparkle. Hi, When Will G, my twin flame who ghosted me a long time ago, contacted me. Why do you want somebody that's ghosting you to contact you? And by the way, twin flame energy can be carried by another person. You did know that, right? So sometimes, like if it's not like the right carrier of the flame, it can be changed. You can ask the spirit guides to change it. If that person cannot carry the flame, they have to, they may have to go. Okay. Lisa says, I quit my job after 13 years in August. I'm going back Monday. A different job. Is it a good thing? Okay, let's see. Okay, and percentage of good, how about that? We'll ask that too. Oh, very high percentage, 95%. Excellent. I'm glad to answer that question for you. Tomorrow we talk about money, and I want to know what the timing is good for approval tomorrow at 2:15. It feels good to me, Crescent Moon. Seriously, it does. I'm getting that it's okay. As long as you are happy, that's what I get. You have to be happy. Well, sometimes we don't get an explanation. Sometimes we don't, like literally. We just have to just tell spirit, hey, this person is no longer available to like really work with. You need to bring me somebody else. That's what you have to do, is you have to tell spirit somebody else. Okay, because you need somebody that's present and wants to work with you at that level. And by the way, twin flame relationships, in my experience, are not always the things that you want. Okay, most people actually really want a well-matched life partner. So if you rather have a well-matched life partner, then ask for that. And maybe that twin flame can just be over there working and you work, because a lot of times the twin flames can work separately better than together. It's a rare thing when it works together, I'm going to tell you. Okay, I just noticed that. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Crescent Moon. Hey, the best to you, and so much blessings, okay, with that. Awesome. Oh, sure. Absolutely, Lisa. Okay. Sparkle, Sparkle, go ahead and ask the universe. Do it now while the moon is waxing. Do it while Venus and Mars are happening. Do it now, and just ask the universe and say, bring me my well-matched life partner who can hold my twin flame vibrational energy and switch it from the other person. Okay, that cannot handle it. Okay, just ask for that. Okay. Best to you, honey. It's not easy being in a twin flame relationship, just FYI, okay? It's really not. Okay, because it has a lot more to do with service for the planet than it really does about being romantic and all of that. So if you are not prepared for the hard work that a vibrational match does, like for the planet, just ask for your well-matched life partner. Okay, and that is so much easier. I'm just saying. Okay, you can just say, hey, my twin can work over there and I can work here, and I will have my well-matched partner. But if you want the twin in your like space, if you feel that that's really important, you need to ask for that twin flame to be ignited in a different person. Okay, ask your spirit guides to help you with that. Many blessings to you too. Let us know what's happening. Okay, I'm going to try to come back on a little bit later. I'm not sure exactly when, because I have a lot of things happening this week, but look for me next week, and definitely in the first link on the link tree. Okay, the first link over here, that's where you can find my next live stream, or, well, if it's my channel, just make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Aw, thank you. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that question, Moon. When will I become famous? Okay, days, weeks, months, years. Years. Wow. Okay, how many years, Margot? How many years? Okay, the pendulum is stopping around 10 years. Does that make sense? 10 years. I don't know what it means, but 10 years. Okay, and that might not have been a serious question, but I just got 10 years. Okay. So I may go ahead and end the broadcast. That's a lot of time. Yeah. Well, I mean, you notice that most people do not get famous overnight. Okay, that's how that works. It seems like it's overnight, but it never is. In my experience, it never is, unless they're super lucky or, those kinds of things. But yes. That is a lot of time. So, okay, I want to make sure. Okay, so Sarah never came back to answer me. So guess what? Because I'm cool, I'm going to try to do the penduluming anyway, and then she can come back to the replay when she can. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Excellent. Okay. Anne, that's her name, not Sarah. Sarah was the nurse and she's probably off the stream now. So Anne, if you come back to the stream, and we were asking about your husband and if he wanted to have anything to do with the child, meaning not just financially, but also on a visitation level and having a relationship with the child. So it wasn't clear to me when you answered me about whether your husband wanted this. I knew that you said that you would never keep him from that, but I needed to know about your husband. So seeing how you haven't come back, I'm just going to try to do the best I can. Okay, so with the highest good and no harm to myself, no harm to Anne, no harm to the husband, no harm to others, including the child. Okay, let's tune in on the husband. And does the husband want a relationship with the child? Yes, he does. Okay, that makes all the difference. Okay, so will the mother of the child cooperate well with the new relation or the relationships as they are, and like all of the things? Okay, like just will it work out well? Will it work out well? No. Okay. Is it because of the husband? No. Is it because of the woman that is the mother of this child? Yes. Okay. So she's going to cause problems. Okay. Hang on. I'm in the middle of doing another question first. So the third party being the mom of the child, that she's going to cause problems. Okay, is there a way that the husband can help? Because it's really up to him. He needs to solve the problem. So does he have power to solve this problem? No, he doesn't. Interesting. So the thing is that the husband may have to let go of some of the involvement with this child while the child is young, but still remain open for when the child is old enough to come back, and then the husband can have a relationship with the child without the mother's interference. Okay. Now, this is providing that, you guys, meaning you and Anne, you and your husband, stay together. Okay. Like, I don't know if she's single and trying to get your husband back, or if, she's moved on and that she has a new husband, or, what's going on with that. Cause I can't talk to you right now because you bounced out, which is okay. And I get it. But, I just get that there's a lot to sort out here. Okay. I do not get a lot of cooperation from the third party mother. Okay. I get that your husband may have to wait until that child is old enough to reach out on his or her own to have a solid relationship with your husband. Now, whether you and your husband will stay together with this whole thing, because that is very complicated. Let me see the percentage of chance of that. Okay, it says an 80% chance that you guys will figure it out. So, okay, I mean, you guys are still working on some stuff. You may just hang in there and see what happens. Yeah, that is a very tough situation, and I'm so sorry that you are dealing with that. And let me see if the husband, does he have any interest in going to the third party mother? I get no. So he does not have any interest in going to the third party mother. Okay, so your husband is not interested in living or being partnered with the third party, mother. Okay, like I wanted to clear that up too. So he's interested in keeping a relationship with you, and I would keep the focus on that. And I would tell your husband he may have to, just live the consequences of his bad decisions, okay, and not have a proper relationship with his child until the child is older and can initiate that better than the mother will allow. Okay, that's that. Okay, so I'm going to drop that, and I'm going to answer Hooligans' question of when will the kiss the Sag again? Days, weeks, months, years. We have weeks. How many weeks? Okay, it says about 1.5 to 2 weeks. So keep that window open for that. And I hope that helps. And I've been streaming now for almost an hour and a half, and I'm pretty tired because this is the first time I've done, 3 different channels at one time. So most of my people came from YouTube and Facebook. I haven't seen very many LinkedIn. I have seen no Twitter and no Twitch to my knowing. So, I'll check for starred comments. Okay, it looks like I came back and got all the starred comments. I answered those very complicated questions today. And if you guys are interested, I did a video for the difference between my consultations, of which my calendar is pretty full right now, but I still have some openings, and a timing matter. And the timing matters are what I'm showing how I do here. Sure, absolutely, Hooligans. And the timing, I actually have a good deal on timing for people who are psychic and they only need to know timing. And that is through Patreon. And stay tuned, because I'm actually going to be introducing a once a month questioning rather than a once a week question for Patreon. Okay. And that would be the second link. Okay. The first link is how to follow me on YouTube. And the reason that I chose YouTube, oh, good grief. I did not do the right view on that, did I? Okay, hang on. Let's try this again. Okay, here is the where to get the live stream of me on YouTube for the next time, or it will pop over to my channel and then you can subscribe and click the link for notifications. If you are interested in my services of timing and you're already psychic and you know what's going to happen and you don't know when, you can look into my timing confidence offer, which is through Patreon, and it is a very low price point so that I can get you very fast answers on timing, which is usually what people need from me. Now, the thing that came up recently is that it looks like there might be a thing where I might need to pendulum yes, no choices, or choice A, B, C, and then something that hasn't, maybe appeared yet. I may be reformulating this in order to add those kind of questions, because apparently some of you don't know the right choice and you need the pendulum's advice on the right choice and then the when, if that makes sense. Like, meaning once you choose the choice, then the when. So I may do something like that. That might be at a higher price point because it's still more work for me to do, but let's talk about it. Okay, if you guys have any other ideas, feel free to reach out. Feel free to drop comments on the video. I will answer, you can send me a message on Facebook. My link tree, hello, I have like 1,000 things over here about how to get a hold of me, right? So let's just pop me back into the picture. Hey, first time tuning into my page. Thank you, Kayla, KJ Hearts. Awesome. I'm glad that you're here. I'm going to be wrapping up the stream. I'm not taking any more questions right now, but you can catch me the next time and I just showed my link tree, but I will again. Over here is where you can get the next live stream. And if you're on Facebook, I'll be streaming there too. And you may want to get reminders or something like that if you're tuning in for the first time. Okay. So let me go back here to the stream. Hooray. And I had a really good time with you guys tonight. It was very challenging doing 7 streams at one time, but I made it through and everything's fine. So listen, I'll let you guys sign off. Have a wonderful evening and a wonderful week coming up, and I'll see you next time. Just stay tuned for me and click the notification bell if you're on YouTube for sure, because I will be back on, okay, very soon. I do have some other videos that I'm doing this week with tutorials and other things because, well, other things have come up, you know, like about how do I do a 3-way card reading, about, you know, what the right choice is and things like that. So I thought it would be good to give you guys some tutorials to work with, and then I can help you with your timing. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for coming to the broadcast, and namaste. Many blessings to all of you. Have a good night. Bye-bye.